everyone, we're back again for another reaction video. I'm Olivia.
I'm Lane.
So this time we're going to be reacting to songs that you loved as an emo kid.
Hell yeah.
So I wasn't an emo kid in the full sense of the word, but emo has a deep place in my heart, the music.
You knew it through proxy.
Yeah.
Through me.
There you go. Yeah. You were pretty emo.
Yeah. I was a skater. And I think
he was a skater boy.
She said see you later boy. I think through association, skater was pretty closely linked to emo in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I'd say they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But we've recently, we've loved it all along, but we found ourselves just kind of diving right back in it again. Emo nights are becoming a huge thing, and
yeah, there's a huge resurgence with emo music.
And we're here for it.
I don't even know. So I guess there are a whole bunch of new emo bands.
Yes, apparently.
That are coming out. And I don't know. So I think I like emo music from our childhood because of the nostalgia.
Yeah.
But if I heard new emo bands today, I don't know that I would necessarily like the music.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe onesies or twosies.
Yeah. And it's, it's that early 2000s genre of emo that really sits well with us. So,
yeah.
If you watch this video and you know a new emo song that maybe might sound similar to that genre, let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
We would love to hear it and love to react to it.
Yeah, and actually that's pretty important because we're new to this whole YouTube reaction thing. Mm-hmm. We have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, no idea what we're doing. Kind of walking in the blind here. But you guys could totally help us out with that. So.
For sure. Definitely. All right, well, we're going to get into it.
Let's do it. See how many we know. Is that? No.
Of course.
The poster child for emo music. Okay.
So I know them, but I don't know this song.
The typical high pitch
beanie.
Yep.
Side bang.
Oh yeah, the U's, dude.
Where's the eyeliner? He didn't have his eyeliner. Was that later 2000s?
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
I gotta stop it for a second, because this one, I think it's bordering the line of emo and rock.
Rock. Yeah.
So sure. He's got the black eyeliner smudged around, so yeah, you can give him emo points for that. Be emo. But it's borderline rock to me.
No, I agree, and it's fun. So we've gone to a couple emo nights. Mm-hmm. Where you go to these bars and they do nothing but emo music, but they'll lump bands like 30 Seconds to Mars and Linkin Park and 3 Days Grace.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, same time frame, same era, probably the same people listen to both. Not the same music. You compare 30 Seconds to Mars with Pierce the Veil.
Yeah. No. It's not even the same thing whatsoever. So this song, I will give you that it could be an emo song, but some of their other stuff like Kings and Queens, no, not emo, not in the slightest.
Hard song to sing in karaoke, by the way.
Learned that recently.
Yeah, there you go.
It's the ballad of emo. So you play at your wedding as an emo kid.
Travis Barker wasn't yet fully covered in tattoos. Yep.
Again, another band started out as emo, went a different way. Went more indie rock.
Yeah, true.
Alternative, but emo, yes. This is emo.
Yeah, alright.
Gotta have that one. I'm surprised that wasn't number one. Well, My Chemical Romance was.
Weird ass music.
I know, it's so weird.
Okay. I don't know if I would call it emo.
This again is bordering rock.
Yeah.
But the content of the song,
sure,
I think is what they go with. spot on. They've become more poppy punk though.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so classic emo in my mind, but not like if you were gonna reference a most popular emo song, it wouldn't be
Swing Swing.
Yeah.
My Paper Heart.
Sure. Our Dirty Little Secret. Yep.
Again, they have the look of emo, but the song, I don't know.
I think this is pretty much textbook.
Apparently could twerk to emo. Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Remember being in like bands?
Yep.
And hearing this song playing? I mean, this is like perfect for emo. I don't know if I've ever seen this music video though. No of them don't know this song.
Yeah. So this is like a little bit later in the whole emo scene. And by later, I mean after we got out of high school.
Had to be grown up.
Yeah. Yeah.
The leading song to me stands out a little bit more for emo, but this one's good too. You know them pretty well.
Underappreciated. Nobody plays Silverstein anymore. Even like the new like emo events don't play Silverstein.
So Ronnie Radke is like the epitome of emo. Like he is a walking, talking emo robot. But I don't know about this song.
So the song fits it. I don't like his other stuff. This song qualifies. You made it.
Well, because it's Ronnie Radke. Not super familiar with them, but fits. A little bit more like post-hardcore-ish though. That sound? No?
I guess I could see it. It's like the screams and the
Teetering that line.
high pitched. Yeah. So this is good. I wouldn't consider this emo.
So it's crazy because we were listening to an emo playlist the other day in the car, and some older Bring Me the Horizon came on, and you didn't even recognize who it was.
It was from Count Your Blessings album.
Yeah, and you were just like, what? And it was I actually think it was a post-hardcore playlist.
It was post-hardcore. And I would consider them post-hardcore.
Yeah, but emo, oops.
This is the space bar.
I only know this because of you, but fits it. Fit it to me. All right, so.
I mean, I think you get the same thing, and it's so hard to put like emo music in a box.
Yes.
Because who really determines? There isn't like a set rubric objectifying like what is or isn't emo.
100%.
But like some of that stuff, dude, like. They just stand out. They just don't fit in with the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Bring Me the Horizon doesn't sound anything like Panic at the Disco.
No.
Sleeping with Sirens.
No. And so this was just like a part, I think, part 1 or part 2 of what looks like many different videos. But There's none of the big ones. There's no Hawthorne Heights. There's no Story of the Year.
Taking Back Sunday.
And then like there's some videos where we watch where like they lump in Linkin Park.
Yeah.
And that's not a great band. Love them. One of the best. But that's not emo. But because of the song content, I think they can lump it into emo. So Crawling.
Yeah.
Numb.
Well, let me ask you this because I think we've had this conversation before.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to qualify emo, what would your standards be? What would your metrics be for determining whether or not something is emo?
The sound. There's just a certain, like, I don't know how to describe it. I think you're better at this with describing it, but like to me, when I hear Taking Back Sunday and the sound of them as a whole, or Hawthorne Heights as a whole, like that just screams emo to me. And there's a look about them and the persona that they have and just their lyrical content, especially, for sure. But it has to be, I don't know how to put it into words.
No, I think you're saying exactly, I think, what I think. For me, a couple qualifiers are like look, right? You can't come out looking like a K-pop band and call yourself emo.
Yeah.
And then sound, you gotta sound the part.
Yes, 100%.
And that's why that one Falling in Reverse song, I think, qualifies, because I mean, he looks emo. Mm-hmm. The stuff he's singing about is obviously emo. Mm-hmm. And that particular song sounds like an emo song.
Yeah.
But you listen to like other stuff of his, and it's just like, we're like rapping now. And
that seems to be the new thing too. There's a lot of that emo rap.
Machine Gun Kelly trying to do emo now, rapping. It's not emo. It's not a thing. New genre. You can make a new one. You can call it whatever you want. Mm-hmm. It's not emo.
I mean, like, what you think about like techno music and rap, and then like started making dubstep out of it.
Yeah.
So,
it's not techno and it's not rap.
Exactly. It's this new thing. So Machine Gun Kelly started out rapping, and now he's teeter-tottering over to the emo side with some of his. It is, for him, it's a sound. Because like Bloody Valentine, to me, when I first hear it, it sounds reminiscent of an emo song.
No, for sure, it sounds emo. And so there are like outliers, right? Mm-hmm. So like, oh man, you hear artists all the time. Aaron Lewis.
Yeah.
Grew up listening to Stained, one of my favorite rock bands of all time. But he sings some really good country songs. I will always know him as like a rock singer from Stained, but every once in a while I'll hear a country song of his and be like, dude, that's a really good country song. Mm-hmm. So it's no different. Machine Gun Kelly, like some of his stuff, like I'm not into the rap scene. I don't like a lot of his stuff, but some of his songs that have that emo feel to them, bro, they sound really good, and I would call them emo.
Yeah. No, and I think maybe that's the case with some of this. Although, so a lot of that came from that genre that we were, like that time, I keep saying genre, but that era that we were talking about, like the early 2000s. A lot of those songs came from that, and that is, some of them just didn't fit in that era of emo music.
Well, they came from that time frame, but like, I don't know. For me, look at the girl that made the playlist. Mm-hmm. She looks a little bit younger. Mm-hmm. I think what it is you get people that they weren't in the scene at the time.
Yeah.
And so like 20 years later, whenever they get into it, they're like, oh, now I'm into emo. I'm going to put together an emo playlist. And they just start like lumping all kinds of stuff together that... Cat.
There's a cat. And we talked about it that night that we were, when we went out to the emo night. Like, we talked about that. There was a varying group of ages. Yeah. And they would play something. They played Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne. And, like, we're singing our hearts out and we're just in the zone. And we look around and there's so many of them that don't know that song. Yeah,
so it's clear, like, that song just gets you pumped up, right? Everybody's feeling it, but nobody is singing the words.
Yeah.
Like, nobody knows.
They just didn't know it. But then they played a Machine Gun Kelly song, and they were just how we were for Avril Lavigne. That's how they were for Machine Gun Kelly. And we're just like, oh my gosh, like, do we know emo anymore?
I mean, that's probably a shout out to how awesome this whole emo is not dead push has been, because they're revitalizing it with this new young crowd. I mean,
I'm here for it. I love it. We have a teenager, and he is like, he's
He's getting into it.
Yeah, he's Taking Back Sunday, My Chemical Romance. He loves all of it.
Yep.
You know, so it isn't dead. It's still here, and it's coming back, and I love it. Can't wait. So until next time, or if and you guys got some suggestions for us, let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Feel free to hit us up in the comments. Yeah. There's a particular emo song, even if it's an old one.
Yeah.
We love taking trips down memory lane. So
100%. That's one of our favorite things to do. So this was enjoyable, and just let us know in the comments if there's somebody that we should listen to.
See you guys.